Hey, Roger here again. Welcome back to my channel. In the video today, I'm going to be doing a review on a mini PC. This is the Minisforum UM350. What happened is that a few days ago, there was somebody who had reached out to me. Hey Roger, we came across this unit, and we're looking to do some upgrades at the office. What do you think about it? So I took a look at it, and I give you my opinion on it. So I thought about doing a video in which I would review the unit, which I'm going to be doing now, obviously. So I'm going to be doing that. I'm going to be looking at the specs, and at the end of the video, thereabout, I'm going to give you my own take, my own personal opinion on the unit. So please, I hope that you'll watch it through until the end. So let's just jump right into the video. So what you're looking at here is that unit. This is the mini PC. This is the Minisforum UM350. Now, let me just move to some basic stuff which are included in this package here. So the unit comes with an AMD Ryzen 5 processor. Yes, Ryzen 5. And it also has a Radeon Vega 8 chipset. And of course, they say that it is easily upgradable. That is in terms of, it doesn't require any tools. It is tool free. So you don't need any tools to, add or remove any components from the unit. It also has 2 memory card slots. It can support up to 3 monitors, 4K, yeah. And it also, of course, supports Bluetooth and wireless. So that is just a general overview of the unit. Here we have a breakdown. So I'm looking at their website. Here we have a breakdown of the unit, and they come in different configurations. So there's the bare bones unit. You can get a unit with 8 gigs of RAM, 256 gig SSD, or 16 gigs RAM, 256 SSD, or 16 gigs RAM, and 512 SSD storage. Now, this is really, I think, a part of their marketing ploy. I see where they did some benchmark test of the unit, and it came up pretty much good. I should say. There's also this area on their website where they show the result of some tests that they did with a number of games, including Grand Theft Auto 5, Far Cry 5, Mad Max, and so forth. And again, looking at the numbers here, not too bad, for such a basic system. Now, in terms of upgradability, it does seem, pretty much 1, 2, 3 in terms of you being able to add and remove components from the box here. Pretty much small, as I mentioned before. It's mini. It's like the dimension is like 12.7 by 12.7 by 5 centimeters. All right. Now 12.7 centimeters works out to about 5 to 6 inches thereabout. So it's pretty much small. The memory that it uses is the same memory that is used in a laptop, so that's your sodium, and it uses 2 modules, memory modules. You can also upgrade your storage. So it comes with a PCIe SSD, but you can also upgrade the storage, because certainly you're gonna need more storage than what would come, even with the unit that has the highest storage, which is 512 gigabytes. So here it uses a SATA HDD drive, so that's your hard disk drive, SATA, 2.5 inches, so that's the same size which would be used in a laptop, right? That's the same laptop hard drive. And also, I mentioned the PCIe SSD before, and you can see here too that it's pretty much a 1, 2, 3 in terms of being able to remove or to insert the module. Now, to take a look at the motherboard component, again, this is nothing compared to having a standard desktop, form factor desktop that we're accustomed to. So this is just the basics that you can get in a unit. So it has your PCIe SSD, as I mentioned before. You have your heatsink here. Here is this cable here. Let me scroll up a bit. So this cable here is for you to attach the hard drive to the motherboard. And here, as I mentioned also before, that it can take 2 memory modules, and this is DDR4. So these are the 2 slots here. And here you have your Wi-Fi, and this of course will be the heatsink for the PCIe SSD. Alright, so pretty much basics. It's just raw basics to the bones. It doesn't get more basic than this. Now, to take a look at the front and the back panel of the unit. The back panel, it has a lock, so this is a lock here for the unit. It has multiple, well, 2 USB ports here, and these are USB 3.1. You also have a HDMI port here. This is your display port, and as I mentioned earlier too, that the unit can actually take up to 3 monitors, which is pretty good. This is your network port, and that's the power port for the power adapter. So that is the back panel, and of course you have your vents here for it to cool down. Now on the front panel, there is a USB-C port. There are also 2 USB ports. That's USB 3.1, but you know there are 2 different generations, and you have your standard 3.5 mm port here, you know, so you can do some private listening there with a headset. This is the power port, power button rather, and here is the reset button. All right, so yeah, pretty much standard again. You know, you wouldn't really expect anything more from such a basic unit, and you know, bear in mind too that this is, you know, it's a mini PC. Now let us take a look at what comes in the package when you purchase this unit. So here you see the box. So this is the you know, the top part of the box with the name of the company, and you know, some graphics right there. This is the unit here, and as I've mentioned, this is the size of it is 12.7 times 12.7 times 5 centimeters. Here we have a manual, and there are 2 cables. One again would be a HDMI, and the other would be the display cable. These look pretty much short. I'm presuming that they are in the region of about 3 feet or probably less. All right. Here you have an adapter. So this is the power adapter for the unit, and it can be the unit is designed in such a way that it can actually be mounted to the back of a monitor, or perhaps, you know, your TV. So these here would be for that, and this now is the adapter for the hard drive for you to upgrade your storage. So this is pretty much it in terms of what comes in the package. So what do I think about this unit? Well, for one, it is pretty much compact, very much compacted, as I mentioned before. Where is that image? Okay, I'm looking for the image. So as you can see from here, from the image, you know, you can see that it is pretty much a tiny object. Nothing to be compared with the standard form factor of, you know, those units that we, you know, had back in the days. Another thing too is that the processor is not a bad processor. Ryzen 5, pretty much decent for an average system. And the thing about this is that you can conserve a lot of space, and bear in mind too that the unit can be mounted at the back of the monitor, or if you have a TV that you're using, it can be mounted at the back there. So it actually helps to keep your desktop pretty much clutter free. So that's a plus there. Noise, you wouldn't have any noise really, because this doesn't come with like a big, those big fans that you would find in a standard desktop. All right. So those are some pluses there. The unit in terms of the memory, it can take a maximum of 16 gigs of RAM, which again not too bad. And the storage can be up to 512 gigabytes, which again not too bad, considering what we're looking at here. So generally this unit, I think, should give a reasonable amount of power, given the fact that yes, you can have up to 16 gigs of RAM in the unit, and also the fact that it has a Ryzen 5 processor, so you should be able to, in terms of carrying out pretty much basic standard, everyday computing task, you should get some fairly good performance there. In terms of running some games, it's not a gaming machine, people, so this is not something that you should expect some great miracles from. But based on the benchmark test that they did, it does show that it was able to, reasonably push, those games that I had mentioned earlier. But as I said, bear in mind, it is not a gaming machine, so you wouldn't go out purchasing this unit expecting to be running some game on it, especially those higher end games, and expecting to get some tremendous results. So it doesn't come with any optical drive. Not that many units now, even laptops really ship with optical drives, but just to mention, it doesn't come with any optical drive. So just to reinforce, I like the fact that it is pretty much compact. This now should be pretty much silent. It does pack a reasonable amount of power based on the specifications. It is easy for one to be able to move components from the unit. So those are some pluses here. When you look at the cost, because this unit cost roughly, when I looked at Amazon, it was in the region of about $350, $360 to about $390 there US. The price varied between those ranges there. All right, not bad again. So if it is that you have a monitor, probably this is something that you could probably consider getting. Now, would I recommend that you go out and purchase this unit? It depends on what you're going to be doing. As I'd mentioned before, if you're going to be doing standard computing work, checking your mails, watching videos on YouTube, just some basic, simple, pretty much basic stuff, then I would say yes. There are some persons who may be doing, YouTube videos and, have to do some bit of editing and so forth. I wouldn't necessarily say that this is gonna give you, if you're looking for superior quality work, this is not something that I would necessarily recommend that you go out and get. All right, based on the graphics capabilities and so forth, and based on the amount of memory that actually ships with the unit that you get. So it's pretty much standard work. So yes, if you're looking for a basic unit for your home, probably you have a couple children at home and you need to get some systems for them, or if at your office, if it is pretty much standard work, then I would say this is something that you may want to consider getting. So in that respect, I would definitely recommend the unit. One thing I should point out too is security, that if you're going to be using this in a public space, you may want to consider security. yes, it can be mounted to the back of the monitor, but still, you know, I'm kind of a bit concerned too about it, you know, security still. All right, so that's it. That's it for my review on the Minisforum UM350. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe to my channel, and drop some comments in the comment section. Let me know what you think about this unit. Have you used it personally? Would you go out and purchase one of these units? Let me know in the comment section. All right, so until next time, take care. I am Roger.